Thank you. The people called Deputy Kyle Ramirez.
Deputy, you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You may have a seat.
Thank you, Deputy. Could you please state your full name for the record?
My name is Kyle Ricky Thomas Ramirez.
And what is your occupation?
I'm a deputy with Western County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been so employed?
Over 2.5 years.
Were you working on August 31st and September 1st of this year?
I was.
What was your shift?
It was 7 p.m. on the 31st to 7 a.m. on the 1st.
And do you recall what you were doing just before midnight?
Yes. Deputy Cole and I were conducting traffic patrol in Herring Township, and I received a silent observer tip.
Do you recall what time roughly you received that tip?
The tip came in at, I think, about 11:51 p.m.
And when you received that tip, what did you do?
I read the tip aloud, and both aloud and to myself. I read it aloud to Deputy Cole. 2 males and a female. One of the male's girlfriends selling narcotics from Wright's Custom Auto Body, Leeson Street.
You said you read it. How do you receive that tip?
They sent us a notification via.
So after you received the tip, what did you do?
We started heading to Wright's Custom Auto Body to see if we could see anything suspicious from outside.
What happened next?
As we were driving to a location, we saw a vehicle turn off of Leeson Street onto 13th Street. Started to follow that vehicle, conducted a file check on the vehicle's and fixed registration, and it showed not to have insurance.
So what did you do at that point?
We conducted a traffic stop and the vehicle pulled to the side of the road.
Were you able to determine who the registered owner of that vehicle was?
Yes, it was Mr. Pruitt.
So describe your initial contact with Mr. Pruitt.
He provided me with his driver's license. I asked him to step out of the vehicle and join me at the front of my patrol vehicle. At that point, while I was looking at his license, I asked where he and his passengers were coming from. Correct, sorry. I asked him where they were going. He said they were going to the city of Cadillac to drop his girlfriend off.
Did he make any other statements to you?
I asked him how long he had been with his girlfriend. He said several months.
And did you discuss anything else?
After I asked him about his girlfriend, I asked him again where they were headed to. And this time he said he was going to drop off his rear seat passenger that he also mentioned he had known for several months to Traverse City, where he resided.
How many occupants were in the vehicle?
There was 3 occupants.
What did you do after that initial contact outside of the vehicle with Mr. Pruitt?
While talking to him, I conducted a file check on him, but after being done with his contact, I reapproached the vehicle and spoke to the front seat passenger female.
Where did you speak with her?
At the front of their vehicle.
Outside of it?
Yes.
After speaking with the front seat passenger, what did you do?
I spoke with the rear seat passenger.
Where?
I asked him to step out of the vehicle. He asked if he had to. I told him he did. Eventually, he stepped out of the vehicle and was out at the rear of that vehicle.
Do you recognize the rear seat passenger?
I do.
Is he in the courtroom?
He is seated to the right of Mr. Pruitt.
Deputy, please describe your initial contact with Mr. Couples.
I asked him where they were heading tonight. He said they were headed to Traverse City. I asked where they were coming from. He said the city of Cadillac. When I asked how long he had known the driver, Mr. Pruitt, he said he had known him for years. When I asked how long he had known the front seat passenger, the female, he said even longer. During our contact, he was confrontational, recorded me.
And you said you spoke with the female passenger.
Yes.
Without telling me what she said, what type of story did you get from her?
A different story than the other female.
I'd object, Your Honor. It's still hearsay if he's describing what she said and she's not a party as a defendant.
Does that not go to the totality of the circumstances for the court to consider for the motion to suppress?
I retract.
Thank you. Sir, after your contact, that initial contact with Mr. Couples outside of the vehicle, what did you do next?
Mr. Couples got back in the vehicle. I spoke to Mr. Pruitt again. I asked him if there was any weapons in the car. He said no. I asked if there was any cocaine in the car. He again said no. I asked if there was any heroin in the car. He said no. I asked if there was any methamphetamine in the car. He said none of that. And subsequently asked if I could search his vehicle.
Did you discuss with him anything else about the vehicle?
I had asked if he had insurance. He said he had provided it to my partner, but the proof that he provided was expired.
If I heard you wrong, I'm sorry. Did you say you asked him to search the vehicle?
I did.
And what did he say?
I don't recall exactly what he said. I know he didn't answer yes or no, so I informed him it was a yes or no answer, and he said no.
After you were denied consent to search, what did you do?
I returned my vehicle, requested Sergeant Hicks of the Cadillac Police Department respond with his canine to conduct a rear sniff of the vehicle.
Why?
It was my belief that some sort of criminal activity was occurring. The conflicting stories that I had received and their general behavior, demeanor.
So you requested Sergeant Hicks, and then what did you do?
I started filling out the citation for Mr. Brooks.
What happened while you were working on that?
Sergeant Hicks, right?
And about how long, if you know, did it take from the time you requested him until his arrival?
Less than 10 minutes.
Less than how long?
10 minutes.
How long does it typically take to prepare a citation?
About 10 minutes, depending on if the computer did me in trouble.
What type of citation were you writing?
Initially, it was a no insurance ticket.
While you're still working on that, Sergeant Hicks arrived, correct?
Correct.
What happened after Sergeant Hicks arrived?
Mr. Hartel?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for being here. I'm going to ask you some questions just to make sure I understand the timeline and everything. When you and your partner were originally going out to the scene, it was because, if I recall correctly, you said a silent observer tip, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then when you saw the vehicle that my client was driving, you started to follow it. That was before you had run the plate when you initially started to follow it, correct?
Are you asking if I ran the plate after we began following the vehicle?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. When you were following it, it had nothing initially to do with concern about it being road legal, any other reason other than the fact you were on that road for that tip that you had mentioned, if I understand correctly, right?
Yes, we just followed the vehicle as we follow. Yeah.
Okay. When my client pulled over, and again, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, including rephrasing it, that's fine. When you went up to the vehicle, you asked for the items and he gave you just the driver's license, right?
Correct.
And then you asked him to exit the vehicle?
Correct.
But you didn't do follow-up questions asking where is that insurance that I asked for?
No, the passenger of the vehicle was looking for that information when I asked him to step out.
And when he stepped out of the vehicle, the questions you asked him weren't insurance-related questions, were they?
They were not.
I believe you testified that you talked to the other passengers a little bit later, right?
That's correct.
And those questions also weren't insurance-related, were they?
They were not.
Okay. You mentioned, if I recall correctly, that you did end up eventually calling in for the canine.
That's correct.
All right. But you hadn't started writing the ticket before that, as far as the no insurance ticket?
I had not started before that.
All right. And if I recall correctly, you had a partner with you on scene,
I did.
and your partner also had not started writing the ticket before that?
He had not.
You were informed by your fellow officer that the canine had indicated there were drugs, correct?
That's correct.
Did he tell you how the canine indicated?
Objection. Officer Hicks can testify to that. He is here.
Officer Hicks is here.
Yes. Or Sergeant.
Well, I believe it probably goes to the totality of the circumstances for the motion to suppress. I'll disregard it for the preliminary examination purpose, but for the motion to suppress, I'll allow it.
If you don't mind, officer.
I don't. He did not indicate how.
Well, that was easy then. I'm glad we got there eventually. All right, I appreciate that. And you said you were still writing the ticket because it takes you about 10 minutes to do that when the canine arrives, correct? Correct. All right. But as far as the entire initial purpose of the stop it was for the no insurance ticket, right?
That's correct.
All right. So when you were asking to search the trunk or the back of the vehicle, however you want to phrase this, that wasn't in a quest to find something insurance related either, was it?
No.
All right. I believe my co-counsel, or at least the counsel for the co-defendant, may have some more questions for you. Thank you.
Before I do that, Ms. Carey, do you have any redirect based on Mr. Hartel's questions?
No.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Officer, how long you been on the force?
Just over 2.5 years.
Any law enforcement experience before Westbrook County?
No.
So you have 2 years of law enforcement experience, correct?
2.5.
2.5? So you're on duty this day and you indicate at around 11 p.m., you get a silent observer tip.
Objection. That was not his testimony.
When did you get the silent observer tip?
11:50.
11:51. Did you put anywhere in your police report that you received a silent observer tip?
I did not.
Did you print out this silent observer tip?
When?
At any point prior to today? Do you have it with you?
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
It's on the table.
It does not say who made this tip, correct?
Correct.
So you would agree with me that this is a unanimous tip?
That's
Unanimous tip. Did the tip indicate how they know that there was suspected narcotics activity going on at this Wright's Custom Body Shop?
It is not.
Does the tip say whether or not they personally observed any narcotics activity occurring at this Wright's Customs Body Shop?
It is not.
Likewise, does the tip say that they purchased any narcotics from this Wright's Customs Body Shop?
It is not.
After you receive this tip at 11:51, do you actually go to Wright's Body Shop?
We were headed in that direction.
Okay. Did you ever make it there?
We did not.
Okay. Did the tip indicate any cars or traffic that was at Wright's Body Shop?
It did not.
So when you came across the vehicle that you wound up stopping, you had no information that that vehicle had been at Wright's Body Shop, correct?
That's correct.
Did the tip give any names of the individuals that were supposedly selling narcotics at Wright's Body Shop?
It did not.
Did you call TNT or whatever the Michigan State Police Narcotics Task Force is around here and pass on that tip?
I did not.
Have you ever responded to Wright's Body Shop and personally observed narcotics activity?
I have not.
Have you ever responded to Wright's Body Shop and executed a search warrant regarding narcotics activity?
I have not.
Have you ever pulled over anybody within the past 6 months and that person had narcotics and they told you they got narcotics from Wright's Body Shop?
I have not.
You pulled this car over and I think you said it indicated that you ran it in the file check and it came back electronic verification of insurance. No, correct?
Correct.
Do you know whether or not insurance companies are required to provide electronic verification of insurance to the Secretary of State?
I do not.
Okay. Have you ever pulled over a car based upon an electronic verification of insurance and the car was actually validly insured?
I have.
You agree with me then, as you said, when you pulled this car over, you had no reason to believe the car had been at Wright's Body Shop?
Other than there was no cars on the road and they were coming from the same road.
Well, I'm not, I'll tell you, see, I'm not from here. Okay. How long does that road travel?
I can tell you the distance and how long that road is.
How many miles is it?
I couldn't tell you how many miles it is.
Does it leave the city of Cadillac?
It does.
Does it leave the county of Westford?
No.
Okay, so there's great distance in which I could be on that road and be going in the opposite direction of Wright's Body Shop.
I wouldn't call it a great distance.
There's some distance,
It's probably less than a few miles.
okay, less than a few miles. Is it a back road or
It's a city street.
the traffic lights?
No, it has no traffic
It
lights.
has no traffic lights, okay. So now you pull this car over and now the car is pulled over approximately 10, 15 minutes after you receive this tip.
Yes.
The driver of the car gives you a driver's license.
Correct.
You're waiting for the insurance, correct?
Correct.
You asked the driver to step out of the vehicle, correct?
Correct.
Why?
There was 3 people in the vehicle and I wanted to talk to him one-on-one instead of 3 people being standing there while I was talking to him.
Why did you want to talk to them one-on-one about whether or not the car had insurance? Were you worried that they were going to collude their statements about whether or not the car had insurance?
No,
Why you haven't stepped out the vehicle?
because it's within my purview to ask him to step out of the vehicle.
A lot of things are in your purview, but if it was a car full of
Asked and answered.
elderly, well, I'm moving on to a different question.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was a car full of elderly women, would you have asked the driver to step out?
That's not this scenario.
What I'm asking.
It would depend on the exact circumstances of the scenario.
Isn't it true you wanted the driver to step out of the vehicle because he has to open the door and that allows you to make plain view observations into the driver's side area of the vehicle?
No,
You have him then walk to the back of your, well, where do you have him go, the driver?
the front of my patrol vehicle.
In front of your patrol vehicle. And you talk to him?
Correct.
He tells you that he's taking his friend to Traverse City.
After he told me a different story. Correct.
Did you look into the floorboard, the seat, the cup holder area as the driver got out of the car?
I'm sure I did.
You didn't see any narcotics paraphernalia, did you?
I did not.
You have the front seat passenger get out of the car?
Correct.
Why did you have her get out of the car?
For the same reasons.
And you haven't started writing any tickets yet, correct?
I have not. My partner's conducting a file check on both the front seat and rear seat passengers.
Why is your partner conducting file checks on the front seat and rear seat passengers?
They provided their IDs.
Have they been suspected of committing any civil infractions?
No,
Have they been suspected of committing criminal activity?
no,
So why are you running them?
because they provided their IDs.
Well, they didn't volunteer, you asked them,
We
correct?
asked them.
Why did you ask them for their IDs if they had not done anything wrong?
That's what I do for every traffic stop.
When you asked the passenger out of the vehicle, did you look at the floorboard, the seat, and the area in her immediate reach?
I'm sure I did.
Did you observe any narcotics paraphernalia?
No,
She tells you they're taking the guy in the back seat to Traverse City.
Objection, that wasn't testified to.
I'm asking. I mean, it's a leading question, but
Oh, well, the question.
she tells you that they're taking the guy in the back seat to Traverse City.
eventually, yes.
Then you have the guy in the back seat get out of the car as well.
Correct.
I assume you have him get out for the same reasons.
Correct.
You have not started writing this traffic ticket at all.
I have not.
When he gets out of the vehicle, you make observations, the floorboard, the seat, the area within his immediate reach. Correct. You don't see any narcotics paraphernalia.
I do not.
None of these individuals appear to be high or under the influence to you.
No.
He eventually tells you he's going home to Traverse City.
Correct.
You then put him back in the car and ask the driver to step back out to re-interview him.
I believe he was out the whole time.
He was out the whole time.
Yes.
He denies you permission to search his vehicle.
Correct.
At this point, you have not even begun writing this traffic citation.
I have not.
How long have we been on the side of the road now?
I couldn't tell you an exact time. I can't give you a ballpark.
15 minutes, when you can't even ballpark?
No.
After the driver denies consent to search, you radio in for drug dog. Correct. And then you go to write the ticket.
Correct.
You tell me it takes you 10 minutes to write a ticket.
Correct.
Now the ticket's gotten bigger since the last time I got one. It's one small sheet, right?
That's correct.
You write the name, address, city, state, zip code, right?
Yep.
You check what misdemeanor or civil infraction.
Correct.
You write no proof of insurance. You sign it and put the date.
That's not everything you do, but yes.
It's 5 lines, right?
No.
How many lines is it?
I don't have a citation in front of me. I can tell you.
That takes you 10 minutes.
Correct.
And when the entire 10 minutes you're waiting, you still don't see any further gestures or anything from any of the individuals in the car.
No, I was filling out the citation.
And how long does it take for the narcotics dog to get there?
Less than 10 minutes.
No further questions, Your Honor.